Good day, everyone. In this video, we will talk about curriculum design. Specifically, we will discuss two topics. Topic 1, components of curriculum design, is divided into three parts, namely, sources of curriculum design, conceptual framework, and designs, dimensions, and considerations. Topic 2, representative of curriculum design, is also divided into three parts, which is subject-centered design, learner-centered design, and problem-centered design. First, we are going to talk about what is curriculum design. So in curriculum design, we are attempting to select and organize curricular components in ways that will address the brain so that learning will occur. Think of engaging in curriculum design as a drawing, a map, a blueprint, or a draft. Hence, it is not surprising that there is a variety of opinions regarding how to design the curriculum. In this sense, we have to be creative in our behaviors to address partial truths and various myths that people believe about education and the curriculum aims. The challenge here is how to deal with what we know and what we think we know. Education, curriculum, and curriculum design is influenced by myriad realms of knowing and feeling. Individuals draw from their experience, lived stories, values, belief systems, social interactions, and imaginations. Thus, we must take note that the objectives, the content, and the instruction, and also evaluation of curriculum are perceived as static. We should consider the philosophical and learning theories to determine if our design decisions are in consonance with our beliefs of how people should learn and use their acquired knowledge. We educators are all charged with making curricular decisions, starting with curricular design. Hence, we should start our discussion with the sources of curriculum design. Part 1. Sources of curriculum design. Let's learn the sources of curriculum design in this short presentation. Number 1. Science as a source. Some curricular workers rely on scientific method when designing curriculum. Their design contains only observable and quantifiable elements. Problem solving is prioritized. The design emphasizes learning how to learn. Next, society as a source. Schools must realize that they are part of and are designed to serve to some extent the interests of their local communities and larger society. School is an agent of society and should draw its curriculum ideas from analysis of the social situation. School members must be mindful of the other two base ideas, which is academics and development. Further, curriculum designers must consider current and future social at the local, national, and global levels. In considering society as a source, educators must realize that schools function not only with social communities but with political ones as well. Political pressure on schools continues at the local, state, and national levels. No Child Left Behind and Race to the Top are some federal government programs that aim at all three ideas identified by Egan. We have political drama with conservative, liberal, and radical players, and no one considers that schools and their curricula are measuring up. Students, so it appears and assessments seem to confirm, are not succeeding in their learning. Effective curriculum designers realize the need for collaboration among diverse and individual groups. People from disparate backgrounds and cultures are demanding a voice regarding how education is organized and experienced. According to Arthur Ellis, no curriculum or curriculum design can be considered or created apart from the people who make up our evolving society. The third source of curriculum design is moral doctrine. Some curriculum designers look to the past for guidance regarding appropriate content. These persons emphasize what they view as lasting truths advanced by great thinkers of the past. So this curriculum design should be guided by the Bible or other religious texts. In this century, public schools are increasingly considering the relationship between knowledge and people's spirituality. Many people are criticizing Western society's emphasis on science, rationality, and material wealth. According to Dwayne Hubner, education can address spirituality without bringing in religion. For him, to have spirit is to be in touch with life's forces or energies. Furthermore, James Moffett argues that spirituality fosters mindfulness, attentiveness, awareness of the outside world, and self-awareness. Spiritual individuals develop empathy and insight. Curriculum designers who draw on spirituality reach a fuller understanding than those who rely on science, and they ask questions about the nature of the world, the purpose of life, and what it means to be human and knowledgeable. Next is knowledge as a source. Knowledge, according to some, is the primary source of curriculum. This view dates back to Plato, who communicated that when the most prized and useful knowledge is coded in writing, it can be taught to students. Herbert Spencer placed knowledge within the framework of curriculum when he asked, "What knowledge is most worth?" Those who place knowledge at the center of the curriculum design realize that knowledge may be a discipline having a particular structure and a particular method or methods by which scholars extend its boundaries. Majority of school curricula worldwide draw from knowledge organized as traditional disciplines. The challenge is, to those who accept knowledge as the primary source of curricular design, is that knowledge is exploding exponentially, but the time for engaging students with curriculum is not increasing. For progressive curricularists, humanistic educators, and many curricularists engaged in postmodern dialogue, the learner should be the primary source of curriculum design. Curriculum should derive from our knowledge of students, how they learn, form attitudes, generate interests, and develop values. This design source has the greatest possibility of being the most powerful new fountain of data for reconceptualizing curriculum design. New brain research findings will allow the general public and educator unparalleled access to new levels of understanding the human brain development. That is according to Michael Posner and Mary Rothbard. But even with all the new advances in brain research, educators must realize that this source of curriculum design overlaps with approaches that focus on knowledge or science, in that science-based approach emphasizes strategies for processing knowledge, and the knowledge-based approach emphasizes how individuals process information. We counsel readers to realize the value of melding these primary sources of curriculum design.